I gotta tell you, something that everybody's probably looking forward to is Beyonce's new concert movie. That's right, because Beyonce is battling it out with Taylor Swift, everybody. Because I saw this, and this has been something that people have been talking about online because Taylor Swift, was doing so well with her Eras tour coming out to theaters, AMC, then it branched out to more theaters, and it's already they're projecting to make $100 million opening weekend, and people are going nuts about Taylor Swift, like good old Tay-Tay doing this movie based off her tour. Well, Beyonce, she decided maybe it's something I'm going to do too. And I think this has been in the works for a long time because this whole Renaissance tour that she's been doing, and that's what the movie is actually based off of, it's going to go through her whole Renaissance tour, parts of the whole way from when it started all the way now where it ended in Kansas when she announced this with the actual trailer coming out for the Renaissance movie. And Beyonce actually said online, people were like messenger about it when it came out. And she's like, be careful what you ask for because I might just comply. Because of course people are asking, like, why aren't you doing this, Beyonce? Beyonce, Taylor's doing it. You should do it. And, the tickets just went on sale last night. So I'm guessing tonight we're probably going to find out how it did its first 24 hours. We'll see how it matches up to Taylor Swift. But this is funny. It's a weird time in entertainment where it's like these big box offices might actually be from musicians, which it never was before because the content's just not there for movies. And there's some movies coming out, I'm not gonna lie, like Saul we just talked about, but they're not doing well as this is looking. It's very interesting. It blows my mind a little bit. But Beyonce said this, and I have it here because I know in case we want to watch it, I have the trailer here. So let's just check this out together and we'll talk about it. Here's the trailer for her Renaissance tour movie coming to AMC.
When I am performing, I am nothing but free.
Is it recording?
The goal for this tour was to create a place where everyone is free and no one is judged. Unique.
Stand by for prop lift down.
Dark brown, dark skin, light skin, beige.
Start over, start fresh, create the new. That's what the Renaissance is about.
Beyonce!
Everyone! Welcome to Mother's Mind.
That's what you are.
We dress a certain way, we walk a certain way, we talk a certain way, we paint a certain way, we make love a certain way.
At any point, they could close their eyes and be right back there and take it with them.
Reaching up to the solar system, we flying over, ocean we flying over, supernatural love up in the air.
What do you think about this tour?
I feel liberated. I have transitioned into a new animal.
All of these things we do in a different...
This is much different than I thought it was going to be. It's like, because the Taylor Swift one was very much like, it looked like a normal performance piece kind of, tour because a lot of people couldn't see see hers because of the whole Ticketmaster fiasco, everything that went down. But this looks like it's more trying to be a film about, what she stands for, what she's doing with this tour, her life, where she comes from. It looks like it is more of a documentary than an actual tour.
Like a behind the scenes situation.
Sabrina, do you think this is going to do as well as Taylor Swift? Because hers really is based off of, people not seeing that concert, and this seems like this is more just like a film about her.
Taylor Swift's it is her concert. Like, so you're gonna go in there and it's gonna be like watching her concert on a TV screen, you know what I mean, or a movie screen, whatever. It's a different thing. This is absolutely a film. I'm sure they'll play some bits of the concert, absolutely, but like I think it's gonna be more behind the scenes type of situation, like her traveling and like you said, what she stands for. It seems like, I don't know. I think it's a totally different thing. It's comparing apples and oranges. Taylor Swift, though, did sell out her movie tickets in 23 minutes or something for like all of the performances. So, I'm not sure what happened with Beyonce's tickets, but if they're still available,
there's been no big word about it yet.
but it's also not the same thing. It's not like you were saying, like a lot of people couldn't get to go to her show because either they, people were scalping tickets and they couldn't afford it, or that hilarious. Or that they just couldn't have access to the tickets, So I think it's a very different thing. Absolutely. And I think that, Beyonce fans are still going to absolutely go watch this. And, like we had mentioned before, like there's not a shit ton of stuff coming out to the theaters and people are holding movies back because the actors can't do press and like all these things. So, if it gets people out and going to the movie theaters and, helps keep that spirit alive, then, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I like how Richard Tracy, I always want to call him, we're not that close yet. We're not that close yet, Dick.
You can't
One day
Dick out there yet?
I can't call him Dick yet. But Richard, I'm kind of in the same boat. I don't think I'm have any kind of thing in this either. Like I saw it, I'm like, hey, it looks okay. I'm like, I feel like the Taylor Swift one's going to do better. I hate to say it. I know there's Beyonce fans are going to hate on me, but I feel like the Taylor Swift's going to do better because it is like a lot of buzz about not being able to see that concert. And it's a formulaic concert piece as opposed to a documentary. But maybe this will do well. I just don't see it blasting through the theaters and going as crazy as Taylor Swift's will. But maybe I'm wrong.
Well,
but
it's
Paul,
a different thing.
It's a different thing.
It's like, it's like watching a Beatles concert or watching a Beatles documentary. Different people are going to watch those things.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Like, unless you're like, whatever, a diehard fan. But like if you're going to watch a concert in a movie theater, which I personally think is weird. It's a lot. I don't know. Like the whole point of going to a concert is to like experience it live. But if you can't go and this is the only way that you can see her, then I guess, okay. But this is more of a movie, which belongs in a movie theater. So again, apples and oranges. I don't think it's a comparison. On tour though, Beyonce and Taylor Swift, both, made like about the same amount of money. Beyonce's tour was shorter than Taylor's. Taylor's went longer, or is going longer. But they what do they call them? Beyond Swift or something like that. She had a Barbenheimer thing. It was like a whole thing because they both were selling out concerts everywhere.
Were they trying to do like a Saw Patrol for this last weekend too, or something like that?
I would sleep through one of these. Trust me, with all the screaming girls, there's no way you can sleep through the concert. I promise you,
know,
especially
Richard.
Taylor Swift.
I don't know. But Paul, what do you think? Is this a weird renaissance for musicians to be coming to theaters? Do you think this would be a trend that these do well, that more people do? Because before it never really worked out too well. But if these two make it big, do you think more people will do it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Hollywood's all about money. And if these are making money, they'll make more of them. I'm with Sabrina, though. I don't really see the point of going to see a concert if it's not live. That's just not me. I will say that the Beyonce trailer gives more information as to like behind the scenes as opposed to just the concert. So that's something that's a little more interesting to me. But I still don't think I'll go see it. But, if people enjoy it and they don't have any other way of seeing the concert, yeah, it's great. I used to watch concerts live, on VHS. I'd watch like Rage Against the Machine, 311, and they all had a bit of the behind the scenes of what they were doing before they went on stage. And I was fascinated with that stuff. So maybe it'll be something akin to that.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
I hope so. People are blowing up here too, like Lexi was saying in the chat that she's not relevant.
People, very passionate people about these two women. I don't know.
I know Swifties and Beyonces.
She is very relevant. She is extremely. They both are, but she's super. She's just older than Taylor. What are you, an ageist, Lexi? What the fuck?
I'm gonna call them Beyonces. Beyonces and Swifties. They're gonna jack it out. They're
she has
fight.
A name. Her fans have a name. I don't know what they're called. Does anybody know the proper name of Beyonce's fans?
Are Beyonce and Taylor Swift like Marvel and DC now? Is that what's happening?
I think so.
They just happen to be touring at the same time, and they were both. They're both wildly popular tours. You know what I mean? So like it's basically, they were saying that Taylor Swift, Beyonce, and Barbie were driving the economy like for a while, like because they're like.
I like what Richard said about competing concerts. If you watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World, I want that. I want them actually fighting like across.
That would be awesome. Versus like Beyonce versus Swift. Let's go.
I watch it. I watch that too.
That'd be awesome.
It's kind of like the lip sync battle show, but like actually people performing. I'd be into that.
They're missing something here right now. They didn't do this right at all. They should have done some kind of battle movie. That'd be great. Maybe they can do like a mishmatch and they can shoot some B footage of them just fighting and throw it all together, and that would make millions of dollars.
Well, in 8 Mile, they have rap battles.
That's true. They could have something like that. That might do very well. I mean, there's also the rumor that Taylor Swift's going to be in Deadpool. That's something that's been going around too.